Yo, how we doing, guys? Welcome. Wow, we already got almost 30 people in here. Welcome to the stream. Good evening, Mason. Mason and I just fired Mason, by the way, guys, just so you know. I fired him. He tried to fire me. He said he was canceling the stream. We we were going back and forth prior to going live. Good evening, Roman, Smokey Bear, Jeff, welcome. Pedro, Savvy, good to see you, brother. How you been? I didn't see you much around today. Geez, Smokey, like you've been killing it lately, brother. Well done. Well done. No, Mason. Go do your job. Go do your job, Mason. Okay, let me double check everything and make sure we got everything ready to go here on my end. Scrambling a little bit. It looks like we don't have a P&L. Let's try to get you a P&L. There we go. As you can see, I have not taken a trade. All right, I think we're good to go. So I'm contemplating what account to trade this evening with the pump and the ceasefire and everything. I'm not quite sure what to expect. I realize I do have levels plotted above. This level's been here for a while. All-time highs is up here. So we're going to keep that in mind. We did reject R1 pivot. So I kind of want to see if we get another test up here. If it fails back below 220, actually 200 is kind of what I'd like. I might try a short, but I'll probably only be targeting this 140 area. We have this top side wick here at 130, so man, I don't know. I don't know what to expect tonight, guys. We might just straight pump. Looks like we're up almost 200 points off the close, 150 points off the close. Yeah, Smokey. I mean, like, look, the top side of this pump up was right here at about 130. So 140, you know, risking stop just below 120 makes a lot of sense to me on that trade. Yeah, Smokey. I mean, if people understand anything about levels and how the market likes to move, right? It likes to test the peaks. So like major swing highs and lows, that's where the market likes to trade again if it hasn't been tested a lot. It kind of just straight ripped through that 130, which leads me to believe that we're probably going to come back here at some point and test this. Do I know when that's going to happen? No, I don't. But at some point, I have a feeling before we make the run to all-time highs, this is going to get traded again. Yeah, Smokey, I agree. Like maybe get some longs trapped up here, have it pull back. It looks like we do have a little bit of liquidity resting below, some orders resting all the way back in through the 100s. But guys, we now have interest all the way up around 23K. Just to give you a heads up. So, I've been that fool that when we go Mason, I see your message. I did this on purpose, brother. When we do hit all-time highs, I've been that fool that's tried to short all-time highs. That is a losing battle. A losing battle, guys. Once we hit all-time highs, the best recommendation I can have for the perma bears is wait for a strong pullback, a move back up, and a hold below a key level. That is all you can really do on the short side. I would not try and front run the sell-off from all-time highs. And that's not going to be me this time. That's not going to be me. I'm not going to be that person. All right, let me get some music going for you now that Mason's crying over there about no music, and he told me to remember the music, and I purposefully did not turn on the music to make him angry. All right, what are we in the mood for? Let's go a little chill hop. Sure, it sounds good. All right. All right, we got music now, guys. Let me know in the chat. Looks like people are still slowly filing in. But yeah, for those of you new traders who have not seen all-time highs get traded, like just started trading in the last 6 months, my biggest recommendation for when the market does trade all-time highs is to stay patient. It kind of becomes a guessing game up there. You can do your best with it as far as indicators are concerned by throwing on pivots, throwing on fib extensions. Hey, yo, Jim. Thanks, brother. Yeah, yo, Jim, I popped in Pine's stream for a little bit tonight and said hello. I was only there for a minute, though, but wanted to show my support. Just take it really slow and really easy, right? Like, Pine's your guy, Smokey? That's cool. Yeah, he's a good dude. Like, from what I've seen, I've only watched, like, a couple minutes of his stream on 2 separate occasions, but from what I've seen, he keeps it real. Oh, you stopped, Smokey? Smokey, that's the thing, right? Like, and I try to portray that to everybody is, like, streaming and trading is very, very difficult, despite what you see on the internet, okay? Like, there's a lot of extra noise when you start streaming. You've got a lot of different people telling you different signals at different times. It starts to get in your head a little bit from time to time. So you have to be really good at filtering out the noise when you're on this end. I was not very good when I started doing it. And it's very... Trading is hard enough, and now you add all that extra noise into it. It becomes exponentially more difficult. Smokey, good at filtering, just bad at keeping the mouth shut. Yeah, I mean, look, as far as me streaming goes, you'll never catch me bad-mouthing anybody. I respect what people do to a certain extent. You know, I can admire the grind and the hustle that some of the guys have. Do I agree with everything they say? No, I don't. Do I agree with some of their stances on things? No, I don't. But at the same time, I'm in no place to judge anybody, right? I'm only in a place to judge myself, so I'm not a trash talker. I just stay in my own lane and try to make my money the best I can. Trade the best that I can. Yeah, yo, Jim, I'm really bad at the like because I don't watch other streamers, right? I just don't. I tune it all out during the during RTH, the trading session. I don't really watch any other streamers. The only one that I used to watch kind of on a regular basis was Trades by Matt back in the day. But I really don't even watch him a whole lot anymore at all. I mean, like once a month, maybe I might pop into a stream and say hello, if that even. But it just becomes a lot of noise because everybody's got a different trading strategy, you know? Everybody sees things differently. Everybody's got different analysis. I've come to realize that my analysis is pretty good pre-market. If I can get in and get out within the first hour or two of the day, like today, for instance, it's better. It's a lot less stressful. I caught 2 trades in the first 45 minutes of market open. One was for 50 points and the other was for 70. And they were both based off my pre-market trading plan, kind of. Almost to a T. And honestly, I probably could have held my second trade for a lot longer than what I did, but it was my target one. I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't think we were going to pump the way that we did off that dump on the open. Let's see here, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is the opening candle right here. That red candle that you see down from above 860 down to like 760. What's up, Gixer? How are you? But for those of you that are here before everybody else tunes in, there you go, Mason. Let's see here. So my pre-market trading plan today was obviously this. Those of you that have channel memberships obviously have access to this usually an hour, 45 minutes before market open. I said the key level for me was 770, but it had kind of already broken retest and pumped off that level when I was writing this. But I still like that level as a key level for bias today. But my entry level long for the long was going to be at 880. But if you remember right, we kind of sold off the open. So I played the short underneath the 840 to 860 level. So I shorted 840 and wrote it down for 50 points and got out at 90. The target would have been hit to the downside. Hey, R-Dub, appreciate the support, brother. The target would have been hit to the downside, but I didn't want to hold on. I had 770 as the key level. I kind of wanted to front run it a little bit. I didn't really trust price around there. Even though it got hit, I wanted to get out and lock in something on that first trade. But then, if you recall, it went down to like 760, and then it pumped back up, so I waited for it to reclaim above the 840 to 860 level that I had marked in the middle there. I mean, you can tell I was talking about it. And I got long at 880, like I said, and rode it up to 950 and got out. I could have got the full 22,020 out of that trade, but I was happy with hitting target one, catching 120 points on the session in the first 45 minutes, and being done for the day. R-Dub, appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, R-Dub, make sure you connect your, if you haven't yet, make sure you connect your YouTube account to your Discord profile, and you'll have access to these trading plans. I write them every morning, and you can see kind of what I'm looking for each morning on NQ. I think it's well worth the $5. Like, one day of the trading plan, if you just blindly follow a trade from the trading plan, generally it'll give you a lifetime worth of repayment for the channel membership. It will pay it back and then some. But the YouTube algorithm loves those channel memberships, and that was the way I could incentivize it right now. So how'd everybody trade today? I know Smokey did well. I know Gixer traded well. Roman, how'd you do? Looks like we got 50 people in here right now. 100 people have tuned in total. So we're off and rolling. Let's see. 8 o'clock just hit. Please don't tell me that the market's just going to... Oh, nice, Roman. Nice. Smokey. Yeah, I saw you're up like, what, like 7 or 8 grand already? I mean, that's stellar. Stellar. $1K, 2K to start the day, Roman? Oh, man, GG's. GG's. Smokey, you'll post the payout request? How? You're new to this? You're in a good place. As far as study material goes, there's a lot of trash out there in the trading space. We've said this at length on this live stream. The two guys that I would kind of study, and where I got my kind of develop my own strategy off of what they were teaching, was Carmine Rosado and Vincent Desiano. Those are the two guys that have a lot of good free educational content out there that I would trust. Yes, they sell mentorships. Yes, they have private discords. Yes, they are kind of making money off of what they do, which I won't do that. But those are the two guys that do have a lot of good content out there. You'll be on the right path if you learn the basics from those two guys, I feel. You can do it for free. Don't sit there and pay for a subscription or a Discord membership or anything. What's up, Ace? What's up, Sovereignty? Yeah, Hal, they're on YouTube. They are on YouTube. Speaking of which, Hal, this is your first time here? First stream? For those of you that are new tuning in, and if you want to support the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. I would appreciate it. Yeah, Charles, like you'll notice he and I have similar trading strategies. He's more on the options side of things, I think, I want to say. But as far as like what we look for in the charts, it's very similar. First time as well, Brady? Nice. Welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. We're kind of just chilling right now. Price is going sideways for us. How? It's, or Howie. Is it How or Howie? I don't want to butcher your name or offend. Yeah, SK. SK, the rise, the trajectory. Oh, nice, Brady. Appreciate you. The trajectory of the channel has been unreal. Guys, what has happened over the past couple weeks on my channel has been unreal. Like last night's stream set all sorts of records again. I mean, we got how many people in here right now? We got almost 73, 74 people in here right now. I'm not sure. It's been like I said, it's been overwhelming. I'm very busy. I've had a lot of requests. I'll speak to the masses right now. But I've had a lot of you reach out to me in DMs asking for help and assistance, and unfortunately right now, like, I feel terrible about it because I want to help everybody. I just don't have the time in my life currently right now to do one-on-ones with everybody. So I feel terrible about it. But for those of you that are out there watching right now, I do want to help. We do promise to make strategy videos and content that is surrounding that will give you an idea about what I look for each morning, how I trade, why I took certain trades. I kind of explained right there why I took the trades that I did. For me, my strategy is really simple. Price trades level. I see what it does around level. If it breaks and holds above as support, I'm long, targeting the next level. If it rejects and falls below and can't get back above, if buyers can't step up and get back above, I'm usually short, targeting the level to the downside. But it's really, really simple. Like it's not rocket science, right? I realize that what you see on the internet, they try to make it sound like it is rocket science. They use big words that you don't understand. If they're using words that you don't understand, I highly recommend Googling them, because the chances are you know exactly what they're talking about. You know exactly what they're talking about. They're just using words to confuse everybody because they want to sound smarter than they really are. What's up, Mikey? How are ya? So, when I give explanations, I try to do more of a trading in a nut, like a trading for dummies kind of explanation with everything that I do. So if you see me stutter over my words, it's because I'm trying not to say a word that's going to confuse you or throw you off. I'm trying to find a simple word for it. Oh, SK. You have level 2, SK? On Quant Tower, I'm assuming. What's up, Chris? What's up, MV? How are ya? MV, quick question. Did you figure out, I saw your comments on the YouTube channel. Did you figure out how to connect your account to the Discord so you have access to those trading plans? Oh, there's the question. So, MV, are you a member of Level Up Discord? All right. So my settings are basic, SK. I just leave everything as is. Just change your DOM levels count to something higher than what it is. Change this to like 500. And then everything else is default. And this is just so you can see more levels on the DOM. Yeah, cheers, SK. MV, did you join the Level Up Discord? I see you have the channel membership. Yeah, okay, you did. Okay, now link your YouTube account to your Discord profile. If you can't figure it out, there's a quick, easy, simple tutorial on YouTube. You can just type in the search bar, link YouTube to Discord, and you'll see the very first video that pops up is like 2 minutes long. It'll walk you through step by step how to do it. Once you do that, you'll be able to go into the Discord and see the WE Trading Plans channel. What's up, Pegs? How are ya? How was your day? How'd you trade today, brother? Yeah, cheers, MV. Again, thanks for the support. I appreciate you. Hey, Rice, welcome. Looks like we got a lot of new people in here again, once again. We're approaching 80 viewers right now. What's up, Nick? How are you? Oh, nice, Pegs. Plus 850 today. That's good trading, brother. And way to not push it either. Way to recover the losses and not push it. I appreciate it, MV. I don't know what I'm doing to deserve all the love and support. Like I said, I'm just being me. Doing what I do on a daily basis. It just happens to be in front of a camera. So, like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing streaming. Yeah, guys, if you could, thank you, Charles. Smash that thumbs up button for me. Yeah, Smokey. You know, I just being me. What's up, George? MV on Quant Tower. So there's two ways to unlock indicators, right? You can either purchase a Quant Tower license, go to their website, and they have a volume analysis license. They have a bunch of different licenses that you can purchase. Either that, or you can purchase level 2 data through whatever prop firm you're trading with, if you're trading with a prop firm. Mikey, I did well. I took 2 trades and was done in 45 minutes today. Up 120 points on the Nas. Pegs, I have levels above. I've got stuff planned out for you. Don't you worry. I've got levels above. MV, I was short this morning from 840. I got out at 790 because I knew 770 was going to be kind of a key level on the day for the remainder of the session. And then I was long from 880 and I got out at 950. Yep, Ace 2.4 on the day. I told you my average is between 1 and 2,000. 2.4 in the first 45 minutes. I'm happy with. Thanks, Pegs. I appreciate you. Yeah, it was quick and easy. Like I said, if you, those of you that have access to those trading plans, you'll see what I trade. You'll see exactly almost to a T the trades that I normally take. Do I take all of them? No, but yeah, Pegs. I mean, on the daily, the Wick and Reclaim at the daily 20. Yeah, I mean, this was ideal. The slingshot up to all-time highs off the daily 20 was the move. I mean, granted, the daily 20's up at 700, but when this was coming down, it was around 640, 650, somewhere around there. So, yeah, you would have had... I mean, there's a 80-point move to the downside. But if you just waited for that reclaim on the daily, you were good. What's up, Fletcher? Sad Fletch, you want me to stay on late again, brother? Man, do you guys know how much of a grind it is after working all day and coming on and doing a 4-hour live stream? It's crazy. Those are crazy sessions. I don't want to get burned out too quickly. Looks like we got 80 people in here already, though. Like I said, guys, I can't thank you enough for the support. Till 10:30, Fletch. Oh my goodness, another 2 hours. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the vibes are. We'll see how I'm feeling. Last night I was fading and fading fast towards the end of the stream. Charles, you want to pull back to 22.2? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's an area I'd be looking. I think if we're going to hold up, we're probably going to hold above 200. I think if 200 gets traded again, we probably at least come down into the like 170-ish. Man, we're already approaching 100 people in the live stream. We're doing really well. Thank you so much, guys. It's all because of you that we're having the success that we are currently. If you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Wes. I'm a support and resistance trader, full-time futures trader. If you want to support the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. Like I said, I can't appreciate all you guys enough. It's been unreal. It's been a wild ride the last few weeks. Wild ride. I can't even imagine if it picks up. I mean, it's already been a wild ride, but if it accelerates from here, I don't even know what I would do. I feel overwhelmed and busy right now. For those of you that have DM'd me that I have not responded to, I promise I will respond to all your DMs as well. It's been it's been a hectic couple weeks. It's been a hectic couple weeks. Yeah, Ace, I don't know either. What's happening is very, very rare. I love it. I love the support. It's exciting to see what's happening. It just was unexpected, and I wasn't prepared for it. Yeah, Pegs, I appreciate you, man. I know you've been down this road before. Not so much live streaming, but I know you've been down the YouTube path to success before, so you kind of understand when you just go from obscurity, pretty much obscurity, to 90 miles an hour. You know, like it's a rapid adjustment in a matter of 2 weeks. I mean, man, especially when you don't know what you're doing, you just have zero clue what you're doing as far as streaming is concerned, or what you're getting yourself into. I wish I did a little more like research before all this happened. I wish I would have prepared myself a little bit better. Like I said, we have no idea what we're doing. Both my editor Mason and I have zero clue what we're doing. Absolutely none. We are just riding the wave, trial and error with everything. And honestly, I don't think it's anything we're doing, guys. It's you guys showing up every night, hitting that thumbs up button, all the love and support. Like I said, I feed off you guys. You guys provide the vibe. So you guys deserve all the credit here. We have almost 100 people in here already in the first 20, 30 minutes of going live. Brandon, it's a portion of my analysis. It is not my main focus, Brandon, as far as my trading strategy is concerned. My trading strategy is formed around key support and resistance levels. The gray boxes that you see here on NQ are boxes that I determine as key areas. And I try to execute based on what happens around these areas. As price gets closer to these areas, I pop over to the DOM, and yes, I kind of watch order flow. This is the DOM surface, so I can see the difference between passive and aggressive buying that's happening at price as price is approaching these areas. So in a way, yes. But I use more market structure and chart setup than I do this. Like, I'm not watching this a whole lot when price is trading, like where we're at currently. If it's not close to my gray box here, I realize that we're all 12 points away, but I'm not interested unless the price is in here. We saw what happened. Those of you that tuned in last night saw what happens when I don't execute in these areas. You definitely risk getting chopped up. Brandon, I'm not a short scalper. Most of my trades run for 50 points plus, and I trade very, very seldomly. I executed twice today. Two trades. 2 trades, 2.4K. So, I've told everybody before. That's why I'm kind of shocked about what's going on with my channel and what the trajectory of it and how rapid it's increased. Forrest, you need to work on the mental discipline. You tuned in at the perfect time. Yeah, guys, look, if you're looking for a way to be patient, just watch my stream. Like, honestly, I do a lot. It's more about the times that you're not in a trade and not clicking the button than it is about when you actually are entering the trade. Right? That's far more important than what happens after you click the button. The ability to sit there and wait for price to come to you and not go chasing it is imperative. Don't go chasing price. Allow price to come to you. And then watch what price does when it does come to your area of interest and execute. Oh, Smokey, I see you. Sorry, I just looked over at the Discord. Sheesh, Smokey getting paid. Smokey getting paid. What's up, Chase? No, not on the Globex session today. Chase, I took my 2 trades this morning and was done trading for the remainder of the day. I went and did some other stuff. But those of you that are new here, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, if you want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you could, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, Chase, so I caught the short off that opening move down. I was short from 840, got out at 790, and then I caught the long from... I was long from 880, and I got out at 950. So 120 points in the first... It might have even been less than 45 minutes. I'm not even sure. But it was pretty quick. But for those of you that are always wondering if I've taken any trades or anything like that, you can look down in the bottom left-hand side of your screen and see the P&L down here. This is what I've made on the Globex session if you tune in. Hey, what's up, Daniel? How are you? Going short, welcome. Yeah, like I said, I'm never going to sell you a course. We don't have a paid Discord. If you guys are interested in a free trading Discord, feel free to join. There's a link in the description down below the video, or you can type in the chat !Discord. Everything's entirely free. We don't charge you for anything. Good place to learn. Good trader, really good traders in that Discord as well. We've added a lot of excellent traders over the last few weeks. A lot of value there. So if you're looking for a good place to learn, that's a good place to do it. Don't be scared to ask questions. Most are willing to help, or at least guide you in the right direction about where you can find answers to the questions that you do have. Nice, Rice. Yeah, it looked like if those of you that do have access to my pre-market trading plans, like if you read those this morning, pre-market, you had a pretty good idea. You had a good read. Like you had a good read this morning, for sure. It was about as perfect as it got. I mean, that was a lot of points there. A lot of points there. Even having the ability to see that 770 area was going to get traded once more. I know somebody else called it out there too. I think somebody called 759 out. One of the newer guys. And that was almost to the tick. Right? I'm never like to the tick on my call outs. I'm pretty close generally about what I'm seeing, but I'm never to the tick. But some people, I tell you what, I feel very average sometimes as a trader. Trader Matt, so there should be, if you're not on mobile, if you're on desktop, there should be a join membership button somewhere underneath the video, I want to say. It's $5 a month. Honestly, one trade from the trading plan pays for a lifetime. It's strictly there as a perk for you guys that support my channel in that way. Those that already have access to it can tell you if it's worth it or not. I don't want to tell you if it's worth it or not. But it's my way of saying thank you to all those people that do. Hey, thanks for the sub. No cuts. Appreciate ya. Thanks, going short. I appreciate you. Mason, are you still here? That alert box, brother. Every time I see it, I cringe a little bit. Yeah, I'm not pegs, right? Like, I'm not 100%. I'm not gonna make guarantees that I can't guarantee, right? Like I'm not 100%. I don't think anybody is, right? I have losing trades. I'm not the world's greatest trader. I'm just not. I'm not gonna claim that I am. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I am. But I do have a long enough track record as far as those pre-market analysis go to know that I see things pretty well. I think, at least on the Nasdaq, I do. But really what I do is nothing special. I look left. I go to higher time frames and I look left. That's all I do. Look at where prices tested a lot. What's up, Frank? How are you? West the Wiz. Yeah, those of you that are just like now finding me and finding my pre-market trading plans, I'm sure you're shocked, right? I don't know for sure that they're always going to be 100%. I'm just prefacing all this by giving you a heads up, right? A lot of the time they are right. Those guys that were members of Good Gains prior to me leaving Good Gains Discord, no. They've watched it for a couple years as far as me posting every morning is concerned. Most of those guys have made it a part of their pre-market routine. They probably feel a little anxious if it's not there at this point. I know Pegs hadn't found me for a long time, actually. Pegs was a member of Good Gains. Driven Trucking there in the chat, guys. He was a member of Good Gains for a long time. Had access to my trading plans for over a year probably. And then when I stopped posting in there to pursue other things, he was probably like, "Where did it go? Where did it go?" Wow, we got over 100 people in here right now. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in once again. Like I said, this ride has been unbelievable. How? I'm trading on Quantower trading platform. Most prop firms, if you're trading with a prop firm, offer it as one of their free options. It's a very easy to use platform. Far easier execution-wise than TradingView. TradingView is really good for charting purposes, I feel, but it really lacks on the execution side of things. Frank, honestly, it's you guys. There was enough demand for it, and it was really hard because I didn't want to do like one-on-one mentorships. What's up, Omarito? How are you? I didn't want to do one-on-one mentorships and start charging people for my time and all that. So the easiest way that I could do it, like in a group setting, and that was the initial plan, was just, hey, let's do the live stream, and that will be the easiest way to get all those people to have access to what I do on a regular basis, right? Trading's very, very lonely as well, Frank, and this kind of provides the camaraderie and the social aspect that we kind of miss from not having a workplace or a work environment, you know, office environment. And we kind of need that. You know, we go kind of crazy as traders, sitting here watching candles print up and down. It's nice to see what other people are thinking, while it's noisy sometimes, and you have to tune it out from time to time. It's still nice to have people to talk to when the markets are doing what they're doing right now, chopping in a 20-point range, you know. Romeo, rather eat in a shoe than execute on TradingView. Cheers, Omarito. I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, Pegs, exactly. That's the whole goal, right? That's the whole goal. You know, I'm not always going to be around. You should be able to spot key areas on the charts, for sure. The key is so that you don't need me to do it anymore. You don't need me as, you know, not necessarily a cheat, but like for the comparison. You have full faith in your ability to spot key areas on the charts. Yeah, Frank, exactly. It's very, very lonely. And so I wanted to provide a safe space for traders of all levels, really, right? Of all levels, where they could hang out, where they could talk together, and not feel so alone. Because a lot of these communities you're joining, they're asking you to donate a bunch of money or buy a course. You know, they're selling you something. I kind of wanted to provide a space that wasn't that. So that's why you don't see a whole lot of advertising on my stream. Like I said, we do have a few affiliate codes right now, but like it's only if you're interested in the product. I'm not going to sit here and sell you on anything, right? The prop firms, it's only if you want to trade with those props, and you want to support me and my channel. I have a discount code to a few of them, right? The Glizzy Clipper 5000, it's an exclusive indicator that one of my good friends coded. Forrest, so yes, I do use fibs at all-time highs. That's the only time that I use fibs. The way that I find levels above all-time highs, as you can see, I have levels above. The only time I ever use fibs, and and it's really just to get a rough area about where they are, is at all-time highs. So I'll draw out a fib extension, and then I will mark where it is. I'll throw the pivots on, mark where that is. I'll look at harmonic wave patterns, see if that is. And if everything's kind of lining up roughly in the same area, I can kind of expect that price is going to have a reaction somewhere in that area. And then based on how the Nas typically likes to move in those whole number increments, I'll mark a level on there. And I'm a little less confident than when price is trading up there than currently, like where price is traded prior, where we have multiple tests. No, I'm not. My level of certainty goes way down once we get above all-time highs. So that's when the ability to read order flow and, you know, having a few other things that add confluence come into play. Oh, Gixer, me too. I missed the pump up, right? The ceasefire news pump. I missed it too. But Forrest, I don't leave the fibs on. Just to give you a heads up, I throw them on to kind of get a rough area, see if they are lining up with other things on the charts. But that's only at all-time highs. Yeah, Forrest, cheers. It's like we got still over 100 people in here. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. The markets are kind of slow right now, so I don't know what to expect here. If you're new here and want to support me and what I do and the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. Also, if you haven't yet, slam that thumbs up button if you could. Man, last night's stream was wild once again. That was crazy again. That was a long stream. For those of you that stayed and tuned in for that entire 3.5 hour stream, I mean, that's you guys are real ones. Let me tell you, absolute real ones. Is anybody in a trade right now, actually? I just don't like... I gotta wait till price comes back and tests a little above 200, like 210. Between 210 and 200 before I make any kind of decision. Later, Roman. Gixer, are you asking about gold itself? Man, I still don't know what I'm doing on gold. That's a nasty wick and reclaim though on the 15-minute there. Yo, Jim, don't do that. Don't FOMO into a move. Let price decide what it wants to do. I think we're going to pull back a little bit. Those news moves, those impulse moves on news generally get retraced. You just have to be patient and wait for it to happen. So just remain patient. I'm hoping that it doesn't just surge to all-time highs. That would be unfortunate. You kind of want to pull back a little bit. I like... Here's the problem, Gixer, right? Like, I like longs from here structurally. We've reclaimed above these lows. The problem that I have is the news and the US indexes pumping with getting long on gold. That's the only thing that's kind of keeping me out of taking a long position on gold. I'm not sure what the book map looks like. I don't have one loaded. I will load all those tickers on the DOM surface for you guys for next stream. Currently, I just have NQ on there, but I'll load ES on there so we can see what's going on. Gold on there. I'll load the YM on there as well. Targeting 232.50. R-Dub? R-Dub, are you slinging over there? Are you slinging? See what Paul is up to? Oh no. Is Paul around? Is Paul up here at 440? Is he sitting right at all-time highs? Nope. It's only a 61 block. There's not a whole lot. Paul's not around. I think Paul got liquidated. I think Paul got ran over. At some point. Alright, so there's the move. Back below the 220 level. Just got ran over, R-Dub. Yeah, like, I expect a pullback of some kind here. In fact, I think what I might do is I might go over to my MyFunded Futures account. It's not going to have the levels on it, but I think I might try a short because that's the Asian opening range break to the downside. Generally, we have a little bit of continuation here at least. So let's see if I can get an entry. A little bit higher. Alright, I'm actually good with an entry here if I can get it. Gave me slippage immediately. I'll risk 15 points on this. Risk up to like just above to 38. And then I'll target like 180. I could take one on the chin here, though. It has been ripping off the open. I'll probably go to break even pretty quick if we get back below 220. Like if we run this wick low of the prior green candle, I'll probably go break even. Hey, Z. Welcome. No worries. The only thing I don't like about short positions right now is all the interest is pretty much higher on the DOM. I mean, you got some stuff stacked in through back down through 100. Let's see if we can run this 17 area, and then I'll probably go break even and try to see if we can get the flush out. Yeah, Z, today was nice. It was ideal. Absolutely ideal. All right. Risk is off at this point. Stops just above 220. I've locked in. No L's. Yeah, I know, Daniel. It was rare today. Like, RTH was nice as far as price action was concerned. You had you had big swings. Both. I got break even. You had big swings on both sides, right? Like big moves going in both directions, but it was pretty directional, like one-way directional. There wasn't a whole lot of chop. So it was ideal. It was ideal trading conditions, really. I honestly wish I would have. Gixxer $20 is $20. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, with the way that it's pumping up to getting into a short position, you kind of have to go to break even once you do get into it. You know, you never know with those kind of news moves what's going to happen. If it's just going to continue to rip higher. Interest is higher on the Dom. You can clearly see it here. All the way up into 23K at this point. So, and shoot, I'm really glad I went to break even now. I mean, look at that rip up off the low there. 15 points nearly instantly. Man, this is unreal, guys. More people tuning in now. We're up to 115 people in here. Thank you for tuning in. Gosh, guys, I can't thank you enough for the support. It's unbelievable. Still in shock. Hi, Mr. Bag. How are you? Oh, nice, Daniel. Nice. Yeah, I challenge everybody who has access to my trading plans each morning. You know, do your pre-market analysis, find areas of interest for yourself, and then use mine as kind of a comparison to see if you're roughly in the same spot. Generally, if more people are seeing the same area of interest, it's probably a good sign that there's going to be some action there. Yeah, Donnie, I'm here every Globex stream starting at 7:45 p.m. Eastern. $20 under me, Mr. Peg. Hey, you're flat on the session. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I consider $20 flat. Nice, Daniel. Yeah, I do a pre-market trading plan every day. I've been doing it for years. Even when I wasn't posting online, I still did them. It is. In fact, you bring up a valuable point there, Daniel. Like, if you guys are out there and just open up the charts and start winging trading, I highly recommend, and aren't finding success doing what you're doing, I highly recommend sitting down an hour before market open each morning, if you have the time, and developing a trading plan. See what price did overnight. See what price did for the last week. Even if you're just picking weekly levels, like you pull up a weekly candle chart and you're just plotting weekly highs and lows, daily highs and lows within that week as well. I guarantee you're going to see a difference in your trading if you're strictly executing at those areas. Because, like I said, it minimizes your risk because you know when you're wrong relatively quickly, and your targets are wide. So if you do happen to hit, you really only need to be right about 20% of the time, and you're going to be profitable because your big wins are going to take over all those small losses. They're going to erase all of them. Oh, are you kidding me, Naz? Are you guys seeing this? The one little spike up there to get me out, and then we're gonna rip to the downside. Unbelievable. Trying to think if there was anything I would have been able to see there on the Dom. Not really. And now it's ripping back up. Ace, what's going on? Is there news coming out right now? Like, why is price jumping around the way that it is? I mean, look at all this aggressive selling and all this aggressive buying here. Like, all this aggressive selling got absorbed really quick. I'm still seeing buyer absorption, though. That's the problem. Like, I don't see big green bubbles anywhere. And prices, you're seeing aggressive sellers, but you're not making, like, you're not really pushing price down a whole lot. It's recovering really quick because it hit the FVG, Bruno. Oh, man. Here we go. Here we go. Gixer, where you at? Oh, man. Check the chat. Yeah, Gixer and I were having this conversation earlier about ICT strats and all that. Like, I'll say it again. Like, I don't care what you use. Whatever makes you money. Use whatever strategy makes you money. Right? Like, I could care less. I just could care less. Levels. Brad says levels. I think some form of support and resistance, and however you define it, should be the foundation of every trading strategy, right? Like, it just should be. That's the way the market likes to move. So that should be your foundation. And then you add the layers of confluence on top of that. And whatever you find useful on top of that. Brainwash cleaner down to 2216. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like at some point we could get the insta rip all the way up to 300. I mean, we're putting in volume in this 20 to 40 area. This 220 is definitely trying to hold as support right now. For sure. If we get above this pivot here, this R1 pivot, I have a feeling the move up to 300 could be pretty quick. Are we turtle souping? No, look, guys. Like, if you find value in ICT strats, right? They're generally already strategies that exist. He just renamed them and branded them for himself. They're setups that already happen in the market and have been happening since before ICT was around. If you find value and that's what your brain recognizes, by all means, use them. By all means, if it's making you money, use them. Yeah, Andrew, be very careful. I know you like to short the market a lot, right? Just be very, very careful. We are approaching all-time highs. 22,255 is your stop. Are you short right now, Brainwash Cleaner? Oh, Bruno, you don't know what you're doing, just trying to learn. And that's where, so, like, he's the most accessible education right now. Unfortunately, it's become a cult, right? Like, that's all you hear. And I mean, Bruno, if that's how you're learning, by all means, learn. My recommended watches for free educational content out there right now, currently, that I would say is Carmine Rosado and Vincent Desiano. Those are the two that I would trust and I would try to build a strategy around and I would try to learn from, right? Now, are they copy and paste? No. Neither one of them are copy and paste. But they will, what's on their channels will give you a good foundation and structure to start building around, right? They've got videos on order flow. They've got videos on supply and demand. Bruno, Carmine Rosado, and Vincent Desiano. They're the two, like, if you're younger, they're the two that you'll relate to the most, you know, like if you're of the younger generation. But even older people that are just starting to learn how to trade, that is where I would steer people to begin learning how to trade. Bruno, nah, I'm an old fart. But they use simple and easy to understand terminology, right? Like that's what I'm getting at. Ed, how about VWAP and VPOC? So I use volume profile. So Ed, so yes, so the point of control, yes. VWAP, I do not use. I do not use. I don't use it to execute. It's nice to know where it is, but if you've been watching the charts all day, for the most part, you kind of know where VWAP is anyway. But for those of you that want to see VWAP, it's right here. But generally, VWAP is just a lot of chop. You don't want to be executing or at VWAP, no matter what people tell you. Even if it gets a bounce off of it, you don't want to be executing there. You want to be trading into it. You want to be in a trade and watching what price does as it hits VWAP. VWAP is not an entry point, for sure. But ideally, RTH, this I would be long from 220 here. You're looking at a wick and reclaim. I would be long 220, targeting 300 at this point. I'd be watching price at 255 here. Previous highs in the R1 pivot. But an ideal setup right here just happened. You have a break above 220, above the level. You have a retest and a reclaim. The move for me would be up here. This would be what I was looking for. Oh, thanks for the sub, Ed. I appreciate you. Man. I guess the ride continues, guys, huh? The trend continues. We got over 100 people in here consistently every stream now. It's unreal. Going from 15 people watching my streams. Yeah, brainwash. I like I said, I'm not 100% certain at any point, right? All I can do is tell you my reasoning and my analysis. After I get into a trade, like people always ask me, how'd you know the market was going to do that? I didn't know the market was going to do what it did, right? Like I have no idea what's going to happen after I get into a trade. I know what my target is, but I have no idea how the trade's going to play out after I execute. I have zero clue. Right? The market's unpredictable. I don't know if Trump's going to tweet something. I don't know if a missile's going to drop. I don't know what's going to happen after I enter a trade. All I can do is give you my reasoning for getting into the trade. And then after that, everything is out of my control. Right? Like I do realize that a lot of my trades, literally I picked the top and I hit the bottom. Thank you, Brainwash. I appreciate you. Yeah, break and retest is one of my go-tos, Ramon. Break and retest and wick and reclaims. Kind of what you see here. I mean, I would have already been break even, so I would have probably gotten stopped out of this trade, right? However, that's what these are the kind of setups that I'm looking for. So it's basically bull flag, bear flag setups above or below key support and resistance areas. Yeah, cheers, Pegs. Like, if you're watching those guys, they probably have... I would imagine Vincent is probably the closest... to how I trade, strategy-wise, charting-wise. Are his levels the same as mine? Probably not. I don't know. I haven't tuned in a long time. But that's where I got a base foundation for doing what I do currently, right? Brainwash, can I see lower time frame? I don't like to go much lower than the 5 minute, but yes, I do have a 1 minute chart here. You can see the 1 minute chart. So I kind of have an idea about what's going on, but I'm not a hyper scalper, right? I don't ever get into a trade where I'm only looking for 10 points for the most point. Yeah, Z, we're really close to all-time highs. We are about, I want to say, less than 200 points away, 170 points away from all-time highs right now on NQ. Oh, nice, NLT. GG's in the chat for NLT. 500 on a gold long tonight. That's good. But here's evidence of knowing where levels are. I never trade gold. Oh, thanks for the sub. Appreciate you. I never trade gold, but I did mark these levels just the other day, and coincidentally, there's a reaction at each one of these levels. Gold's just so highly levered. I'm not comfortable trading it yet. I realize the NQ moves around and whips around a lot, and that's my go-to symbol. Gold is a different animal. It moves a lot differently. I haven't figured it out yet. I'll have to watch it a little bit more, because I know a lot of people like to trade gold. I get a lot of questions about it. A lot of questions about it. Yeah, guys, I can't believe what's like. I don't know if I've hit the YouTube algorithm hard or something. I don't know if I'm showing up in people's recommended feeds constantly every night now, but the turnout has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can't, like I said, all you new people here, thank you and welcome. I hope you find value here on my channel. What's up, Rye? How are you? It's been unreal. It's been an unreal ride the last couple weeks. I can't thank you all enough. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, consider hitting that subscribe button if you want to support the channel. Bri, I bet you traded extremely well today, didn't you? Were you chill, Brian, today? Were you chill, Brian, or were you were you 60 trades, Brian? What's up, Pablo? Brainwash, you use moving average 50, 100, 200 EMA, TL, and fib only. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like I said, whatever you're successful with, whatever your brain recognizes, whatever you can use to make money, by all means use it. Romeo, yeah, like, look, it's like I said, it's nothing special that I do. I go to higher time frames, and I start out by plotting major levels here. Obviously, you can tell there's a support level here at 21,775 for reference, 21,780 to 800, somewhere in here. Price is tested from the top. We had resistance. Once we broke above, price is retested from the top side and formed support. Then I zoom down to the 1 hour. I kind of do the same thing and just find those key areas. And just work my way down all the way down to the 5 minute, guys. The more tests of an area, the better. 22 trades today, Brian? Oh, that's chill, Brian. Hey, Brian, I took 2. I took 2 trades. Someone just subscribed. Welcome, someone. Rob, the most trades I've taken in a day, when I was a beginner, Rob, just to give you a heads up, I've had days where I took 100 trades. I was not a good trader when I started at all. For those of you that don't know Brian, Brian's a good friend. He's a seasoned trader as well. So, first time hear someone getting killed in gold at the moment. Oh no. Oh no, don't get killed in gold. Globex sessions are not ideal to ruin the rest of your trading session with. Brian's been trading for 20 plus years. He's more of a scalper. We have entirely different trading strategies, entirely different risk tolerances, but he's one of the better traders that I know. We just happen to trade entirely different. We look for entirely different things for the most part. He's a lower time frame trader, but he's figured it out. He's a better trader than I am as well, just to give you a heads up. But he's far better than I am. Super Earth Man. No, Brian, you're one of the better traders that I know. It's factual. You've done your research. You know what works. You're comfortable trading size. You know, I can't do what you do. So I'm saying, Brian has been on one of my streams, actually, Jenna. Brian has been on one of my streams. If you look at the collab that Brian, Goose, Banana Bread Trades, myself, and another trader named Chris were on about a month ago, Brian has been on before, and we have talked strategy live. Yeah, Chase, I'm not interested. It's a lot of chop. I'm not interested in anything that's happening here. You could play the range low, like long 220, target 240. And ride it back down, I guess, if you really wanted to get active. But it's very choppy. We pumped a lot off the open, the Globex open. I think the moves kind of already happened, so it could chop out for a little bit. We'll see what happens here in about 25 minutes, but it could chop out here for a little bit. But yes, Brian knows he's welcome anytime. He knows he's welcome anytime. But Brian also knows that when you're streaming, it's an entirely different element to trading. He understands that. It's very, very difficult to operate everything. Yeah, Brian, cheers. Yeah, we got to get it set up. I talked to Goose. Goose might be on Wednesday night with me. If he's not golfing, he said. If he's not golfing, we might have a collab with myself and Banana Bread Trades on Wednesday. But yeah, we need to set up another quad stream for sure. There's a lot of new people here. I think they would find that very valuable, Brian. I think they would find it very valuable to hear what you have to say. Guys, Brian's been trading 20 plus years. He's been in the game a long time. If there's one piece of advice that I can give newer traders out there, it's surround yourself with traders that are better than you are. People that are more successful than you are. That's the way that you learn. That's the way that you grow. If you're constantly hanging out with people that are not as gold oriented or as driven as you are, it's just going to hold you back in life. But we have some excellent traders in both mine and Goose's Discord. Lots of stuff to learn, and it's all free. Oh yeah, sorry, Super Earth Man. I know I got sidetracked there. I'm a bird sometimes mentally. So I got tired of losing pretty much. I was fed up with making $2,000 in the morning, continuing to trade and place trades and giving it all back and then some. I got tired of doing it. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to limit the amount of trades. And the minute I did that and the minute I removed all the crap from my charts and I was like, okay, I need to find areas that will be traded on the session, that I know will be traded on the session. And I'm going to give myself 3 trades a day. That's how I started. I was like, I'm going to give myself 3 trades. If I'm not positive after 3 trades, I'm done. I'm absolutely done. and I held myself to it. You got to be disciplined as traders, guys. Like, you have to be. Otherwise, you just will not, you won't make it. Your account won't make it. Almighty Beardman, how much do I risk per trade? So I'm a $400 to $500 risk per trade. Some people are more, some people are less. It really all depends on your account size, to tell you the truth. Your risk obviously goes up the more your account goes up. Like, if you're just starting out on like a 50K prop account, I would say don't risk any more than $300 to $400 a day. Total. Not per trade, per day. Don't ever lose more than that. Z, so yeah, I do. I'll take a stab at my quote unquote expected range, highs or lows, if it ever gets there. Generally what I do is I'll wake up in the morning, see how price traded on the overnight. I will pick a key level, like one of these levels that I think is going to get traded on the open, and I will watch how price reacts to that, and I will build my first trade around that key level. And then I'll have targets with extended targets for whatever happens at that key level. Like, if price decides to hold the key level and go back up, obviously my target one would be the next level to the top side. Extension would be the next pivot in between the next two levels. And then my runner would go all the way 2 levels up. So this would be what, 160 point trade if it went from entry all the way to full target 3. Risk to reward is 1 to 2. Okay. Yeah, if you're on the smaller accounts, guys, there's no reason to trade minis. Absolutely zero reason to trade minis. Start learning how to scale in and out of positions with micros. It's not until you build your account that you should be trading minis anyway, especially on the Nas. Especially you gold traders out there with the way that it moves around. We got 110 people in here again. Last night, guys, I think we topped out at like 165 viewers or something like that. That was crazy. You think GC is on meth at the moment? Yeah, gold's gonna be running wild. Look, as the indexes approach those all-time highs, we are very close right now. This looks like the breakout to 300 coming up, actually. Yeah, Almighty, like, look, right? Loving the late night sessions, Derek. Yeah, the Globex has been kind of where it's at lately. Globex and London session. But even if you size down, right? Like, say you're still risking the same amount dollar amount wise. Just sizing down on contract sizing allows you to widen that stop a little bit more. Even if you want to keep the same risk dollar amount wise, you're allowed to take on double the amount of points risk wise. So it just makes sense. Like, if you're not able to trade minis successfully, why would you continue to do it? Gixer, so in most cases, yes. I've realized that the larger orders on your DOM act as magnets a lot. I have seen, so here's a little trick that I've seen on these Globex sessions. A lot of times the large orders that are placed there, price will like to trade up into it and then reverse before they fill it. Only on the overnight sessions. I'm not sure why it does that, but I have noticed that on Globex sessions it likes to leave those positions for later in the session, either London or RTH. But yes, right, the market's a giant auction, right? If it's able to find orders resting higher, it's going to go to wherever the most orders are and fill those orders. Simple auction theory will tell you, hey, price is going up. You're finding buyers. You're finding buyers. You're finding buyers until you're not finding any more buyers anymore. You're finding more sellers, and then price will move back to where it's finding more buyers than sellers. Like it's really not. Like I said, it's real simple, but it's simple auction theory, market auction. Does it work like that all the time though, Gixer? No, I've seen them totally dodge the big orders. But you will notice on the books that people like to drop those big orders to kind of spoof the market, right? They'll throw those 400 lots out there to kind of attract the market up if they have a target higher in mind, and then pull them as price gets close. Yeah, Z, that's just it. None of us know with 100% certainty what's going to happen, right? None of us know for certain. Chase, you took the long off my level there. Yeah, someone a lot of people do trade gold at night. It typically moves a little bit better than the US indexes do on the Globex sessions. If you're struggling though on gold, I would recommend switching tickers, going to something a little less leveraged. Nice, Kenneth. Nice. Glad you guys are banking, man. GG's. Like I said, there's lots of good traders in my chat in these streams these days. Lots of good ones. We're kind of just testing that 30-minute opening range. Those blue lines that you see on my chart are the 30-minute opening range for Asia's session. I'd kind of like to see the break above that pivot that you see at 255 and a retest of that opening range and see if we hold above it. Yeah, Gixer. So ES will move a little more smoothly, a little more slowly than the NQ will, but yeah, it'll be much the same. I don't know if 118 is a large size on ES, you know. I would probably be more or less looking for 300 blocks and above on ES because it's a more traded asset. Yeah, the dollar the dollar is going to be inverse of gold. The dollar index is going to be inverse of gold. When the dollar is strong, commodities are dropping. Oh, almighty, you're looking for 400 to 500? I would agree with that. The larger the better, the more significance. Oh, on MES, Gixer? Okay. Let me see let me switch over to let's switch over to the ES for you and let me have a look. Let's see what's on the books on ES. Because those are two differently traded tickers. Oh, actually, I don't need to do this. I need to add the DOM surface, another DOM surface. I need to add ES. Give me a second, guys. All right, here we go. Let me change the settings here quick to show more levels. Okay. Add it up here. Whoop. Hey, go to your home. Oh, let me unbind this. Unbind. There's that. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna have to mess around with these settings on ES. It doesn't look right, but we'll figure it out. All right, so we got... Let me see where the biggest orders are on ES right now. So you got one sitting down here. So let's see. A 159 out at 60.70. There's nothing really that big on the books for ES right now. That's the biggest one. 159 lower. The problem that you're going to have on ES right now, Gixxer, is going to be the NQ is looking extremely, extremely strong with interest higher. Your shows, Gixxer, so MES and ES are two entirely different traded symbols. While they trade around the same price, they are entirely different tickers. So they're traded separately. So there's times where price won't match up on one. In the hall, so I kind of explained it a little bit earlier, right? What I'm looking for is whether aggressive buyers or passive sellers or vice versa are taking control at certain price areas on my charts. That's really what I use it for. Other than that, I'm looking for big block orders after a move has been confirmed for possible interest areas for targets on my trades. 107 orders at 61.13, Gixxer. Let me look. I'm showing... No. Not on ES. It might be that way on MES. But ES, it's not showing that. Jive, people... Yeah, a lot of people do use footprint charts. And a lot of people do find them useful. I don't use them. Like I said, I like to simplify my strategy as much as possible. Yeah, this is ES. This is the ES chart. Do you want me to pull up MES? I can pull up MES if you want. Yeah, Almighty, I'm right there with you. That's what I got, down at 70. That was the biggest one on the books. Just to see if your DOM is accurate. Here, I'll look at the... I'll pull up an MES chart and see what's going on. Or an MES DOM surface, not a chart. Okay, so I need MES. All right, so 61.13 is what you're saying? I've got 102 at 60. Like, it's going up and down, but it's right around 100 at 61.13. Wow, we're approaching 700 views on this stream again, guys. Here we go again. What's up, Armando? Yeah, cheers, Gixxer. We might be range bound for a little bit, guys. I mean, we're testing the top of the range. But we're still finding absorption from the sellers. Like, aggressive buyers tried to push it up through, but they weren't successful. I'm seeing a lot more green bubbles than I'm seeing red bubbles right now, but it feels like it's getting absorbed. We would need to see a pretty big spike up here. No, Armando, you haven't missed much. So unless you were at your desk right at Globex Open, right at the Australian Open, you kind of missed the move. There was a ceasefire in the Middle East, and it made the markets pump. If you were a little late to the desk, it was kind of hard. It's been hard to trade since then. I took one trade. It was a break even. I made $20 on the position. I think I was up $100 on the trade at one point. Wow, guys, thanks for tuning in once again. Like I said, if you want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button if you could. Looks like we almost got 100 thumbs up, guys. Let's get us there. 13 more thumbs up. Can you trade small caps with prop firms? Anyone have any insight? So I'm sure there's some less than trustworthy firms out there. Offshore, Ivan, that you can do that with. But the main ones, the ones that I would trust, are not going to allow that. They're not going to assume that kind of risk. You can trade the Russell index, right? Like that's a list, that's an index that's filled with small caps. Ivan, your next step is probably going to be to try your hand at trading a little bit bigger size with one of the prop firms so that you can trade a little bit more size and get used to it without risking a bunch of money doing it, right? That would be my next step if I was in your position. Is anybody in a trade right now, actually? Is anybody trading that? Check oil for you? I probably wouldn't be interested in anything until 67.27 right now on oil for me. Okay, someone's long at gold right now, micro gold, scalping a little bit, Brad, here and there. Okay. I probably wouldn't even look for a position until we retest this sell-off, 67.27, or you get a break back below this wick here at 65.53. That would be... Oh, thanks for the sub, Jai. I appreciate you. That would be what I would look for structurally. You kind of have this uptrend. So I would wait for kind of one of these tests here, retest the uptrend line. And then I would be looking for the hard sell. I don't know what I would be targeting here. Let me get off the 1 minute chart. Like, this is actually outrageous looking at a 1 minute chart. Let me look at a 15 minute. Let's extend out 6 months. Okay, so we kind of have... Wow, oil's been active. All right, so we pretty much retraced the whole buy up off of the war news. Ceasefire has had us sell back off. Yeah, it is outrageous, Gixer. 1 minute is like, it's so, there's so much going on a 1 minute chart, right? It's too noisy for me. Some people are fine trading it. I'm not. It's crazy. I would probably try a short on oil from, what did I say, up here about 67. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, but I would want it a little bit higher. Probably a short from about right here. 67, 65. 1 minute is the Wild West. Yeah, guys, if you're new to trading, get off the 1 minute chart. I'm going to tell you right now, get off the 1 minute chart. Get off of it. That is for advanced scalping strategies only. That is a losing game if you're a beginner. That is a losing battle. I don't care what you're learning on the internet. Learning how to trade like that is very, very difficult, very hard. Mr. Beg, you're clawing your way back. Look, I'm only up $20. You don't have far to go. Oh, thanks, Team Crypto. I appreciate you. Yeah, all you newcomers, if you're tuning in and you want to support the stream, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I can't thank you enough for all the love and support. It means the world to me. I'm still shocked that there's this much interest in my trading and my stream and hanging out with me. I don't know what I'm doing here. No clue what I'm doing. The growth recently has been unreal. I don't know if we can expect 100 sub streams every night, right? Like, that just seems unrealistic. But man, we've had a few of them recently, haven't we? It's been crazy. Crazy wild ride. It's all thanks to you guys. Like I said, you guys create the vibes. You guys deserve all the credit here. You trade the 1 minute and you're on a green streak keeping up with the Kickster? Yeah, how long have you been trading though, Kickster? Out of curiosity. Like, longer than a couple years? Are you 2 years into the game? I'm talking those people that are in their first year of trading. Get off of the 1 minute. Do it. Do it. Wow, we almost have 100 thumbs up, guys. 6 more thumbs up to go, and we've hit 100 thumbs up on the stream. 1 minute is rough, Brainwash says, yeah. I execute on the 5 minute, but all my analysis is done. What's up, Bruce Lee? How are you? All my analysis is done on the higher time frame. The 5 minute doesn't really do anything for me analysis-wise, other than watching current price and executing on. The lowest that I do analysis on is the 15 minute, but I work my way down from the daily. The daily, well, actually the weekly, to tell you the truth. Weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute are my analysis charts. Oh, cheers going short. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate you. I have no idea what I'm doing streaming-wise, though. Zero clue. That's kind of the general sentiment. That's how this... I don't know, guys. I guess just being different than everything else that's out there, streaming-wise, in the trading space is... You know, that's the goal. Z, it's not even about that. Right? It's about the camaraderie. It's about the community. It's about you guys. It's about, you know, providing a safe, nice, free space where traders can learn. Yeah, someone cheers. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Like, give yourselves the round of applause. You know, hit that little heart reaction a bunch if you agree. But you guys are the ones that deserve this. All of you. Oh, thanks, Going Short. I appreciate you. Going Short, make sure you link your... First of all, make sure you join the free Discord down below. But make sure that you link your YouTube account with your Discord profile. If you haven't joined Level Up Discord just yet. You will have access now to my pre-market trading plans for the Nasdaq each morning. They're generally out an hour before market open. Lots of good value there. That's my way of saying thank you and giving back to you for supporting the channel on that level. So thank you. Those who have access know the value that's there. I think you'll find it useful. I mean, you'll know exactly what I'm looking for each morning before the market even opens. Guys, kind of a boring price action night, though. I'm sorry. I tried one trade. It was break even. Yeah, Z, I post my pre-market trading plan every morning in my Discord, Level Up. If you haven't joined Level Up yet and you're new here, there's a link in the description down below the video. The only people that have access to my pre-market trading plans, though, are those that purchase YouTube channel memberships. It's my way of saying thank you to those people as like a perk for doing that. I normally keep them privatized. Tomorrow, however, if you aren't a member, I am going to put out a freebie for everybody in the community to see tomorrow morning. But after that, it will go back to only YouTube channel membership purchasers or members that have access to it. But I do kind of want to put freebies out there for people from time to time so they can see what I do each morning. Yeah, Gixer, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I don't blame you. Go get some rest, brother. I mean, tonight's probably not going to be a 4-hour stream for me again. We've already been on 2 hours, but I'll hang out for a little while longer. The vibes are high. I'm having a good time. But yeah, Gixer, go get some rest. I'll see you tomorrow, brother. George, you're done for the night too? Yeah, it's getting there, isn't it, guys? Like, the price just really isn't doing anything. I kind of knew this was what we were going to be in for after watching that pump or seeing that move up. I don't think Asia session is going to get us to all-time highs this evening. We might do that during London session. Might do it tomorrow. I think at some point this week we hit those all-time highs. It could pull back first. I would prefer the pullback first. I like to buy dips rather than buying tops. And that's what we're going to be doing all the way to all-time highs at this point, unless we get a move back down into 120 to 140. So I would prefer a pullback into this area before we go make that move. But, man, it feels like an all-time high push, doesn't it, guys? Feels like an all-time high push. Yeah, Kickster, you're right. Later, George. Enjoy your evening. Get some rest. Yeah, the London sessions are good. It's been some of the better moves over the last couple months have been during London session. London opens. You're right, Brad. They could. They definitely could rug pull. Cherokee, you're new to trading. So you can just go to your continuous chart and it will show you where all-time highs is. So it's either going to be called... What's your trading platform, Cherokee? What's up, Khaled? How are you? How was your trading day, brother? I haven't talked to you at all today. Yeah, Bailey, you're right. Bailey, London session's been where it's at. Like, it really has. You're on Ninja Trader. So if you go to either, you should have a contract that's either front month or continuous. Either that, or you can go to TradingView and pull up one of their free ones. Their continuous contract on TradingView. And you'll be able to see where all-time highs is. Currently, we're about... Well, I want to say we're about 300 points away on the Nasdaq, 300 to 400 points away on the Nasdaq from all-time highs. Nice, Khaled. I'm glad you I'm glad you have access to those pre-market trading plans, Khaled. Yeah, cheers, Cherokee. I'm glad you have access because I know for the longest time you were, you just like shorting the market. So I'm glad that you have access to those and you can see those every morning once again. At least you know where you should be executing and your risk is limited at that point. Oh, guys, we still got 100 people in here. Unbelievable. Even on a slow night, you guys show up. Unreal. I can't thank you enough for all the love and support. It means a lot. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button if you want to support the channel. We're at 106 thumbs up at this point as well. That's a new record on the likes on the stream. Unbelievable. Yeah, Khaled, I do know you well. We've been trading together for a little while. I mean, we've seen each other trade for a little while. Yeah, crypto, there's not a lot to do here. Like, unfortunately, there's not a trade to get into. Like, there's just not. Unless you're only looking for 5-10 points, there's just not a trade to get into. It feels like a breakout to the top side at some point. I just don't know when that's going to happen. It's such low volume right now being traded. All the interest is higher on the DOM. Up here into 440. So, I don't... So we have some pivot traders pretty much is what's going on right now. Ollie, what are you doing awake? What are you doing awake, sir? Please tell me you're not coming back after a long night of drinking and trying to trade this. Crypto, you're stuck in a trade on MES. At least it's on micros, Crypto. Like, at least it's on micros. You've been out at a work drinks? Yeah, you've been doing some drinking, haven't you, Ollie? I knew it. I'm like, no way would Ollie be popping into this stream at nearly 3 a.m. his time. I knew there had to be some beverages involved. Yeah, Ollie, the market's not... The market pumped right at Globex Open and hasn't moved. You're here to see some quality trades. There's not much quality price action going on right now, Ollie, unfortunately. I mean, you had a break and retest, wick and reclaim at 220, but it's just really kind of been going sideways since I got on stream. I think I got on stream when price was right here. So this candle was when I started the stream. Yeah, crypto. So like if you're on those smaller accounts, it's just not ideal until you have an account balance. 50Ks, 25Ks. The 100Ks you're okay to trade. Oh, Ollie, cheers. Yeah, the break and retest is a great setup, man. Like it's my go-to. It's bear flag, bull flag. For those of you that are candlestick chart pattern people, it's bear flag, bull flag at key support and resistance levels. That's what a break and retest is. Yeah, Ollie's a good trader. Ollie's a newer trader that's picked it up really fast. I think he's... Ollie, are you coming up on a year almost of trading full time? Like, actually trading? Live money? I want to say you're just over a year, right? You just got the 100K today, crypto? Yeah, you'll have a little more room on that. I think on the 100Ks, you can definitely probably trade a mini safely. Z, so break and retest. Ideally, regular trading hours, it works out a lot more cleanly than what you're seeing here during Globex session. But price is tested a level. It's broke through the level, so this is your break. living the grumpy life. Make sure that you connect your YouTube account to your Discord profile and join Level Up Discord. Like I said, you'll have access to my pre-market trading plans once you do that. But break key support level, retest, entry long. As long as price holds above, right? This is kind of messy down here. I don't really want to say that this is the break and retest, but this is, yeah, cheers living. I would have considered this the break and retest. This first test is usually the best, but a lot of times during regular trading hours, it'll kind of just work its way down slowly. Yeah, Kickster, like you could have definitely extended targets today. The moves were great today. Today's trading session was unbelievable price action, guys. Compared to what we've had to during regular trading hours, the range was wide, but the moves were very directional and continued. Like there wasn't a lot of chop today. Lately during RTH sessions, it's been a lot of chop and very difficult trading. Oh, Cal, did you take the breakout there of the top? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, nice, Ivan. You got your hotkeys set up? Ollie, I don't know. Like I said, guys, I took 2 trades this morning. I was done within the first 45 minutes of trading. Ollie, I think I took screenshots of the 2 trades I took. I can't remember if I took both screenshots of both trades, but I definitely took the... Wow. Look at... All of a sudden, I start talking and looking away from the charts, and we're moving. Yeah, Ivan, no, you're doing it right. Trail your stop on these Globex sessions for sure. Yes, like I appreciate the pump. I mean, it was fairly obvious. We're putting in a lot of topside wicks here. At least a run of this high made sense. 300 is probably the logical target here. That's where the most interest is on the DOM. $40 points in 5 seconds, Ollie. Yeah, I was short from 840. I got out at 390, and then I was long from, well, what the pre-market trading plan said. I was long from 880 and got out at 950. Sell side imbalance on ES at 120. See, we got an 81 block. Is that a 61 block at 119? Yeah, 61 block. Yeah, that move up into 120 would probably pull the NAS up to this 280 to 300 area. So that, I mean, that makes sense. Actually, it'd probably pull it up to the 300. I mean, we're at 114 right now on ES. So that makes sense. Oh, Ace is a good trader, Ollie. He's a real good trader. Young kid, too, from what I know. I want to say he's like 18 or 19 years old. One of the better 18 or 19-year-old traders I've ever been around, to tell you the truth. The guy can read a chart. Yeah, I think he's 18. I want to say he might even just have graduated high school or something like that. It's crazy. Crazy smart kid. Definitely has a bright future ahead of him, I'll tell you that. At 18, I was not thinking about trading. I will say that wholeheartedly. At 18, I was worried about finding pretty girls and playing sports. He's been trading since he was I mean, it's obvious, Ollie. It's obvious. He's very, very smart. Knows exactly what he's talking about. Yeah, he's got a very bright future ahead of him. I mean, the guy's made what? He's made over 50K in like the last 2 weeks. It's wild. Absolutely crazy. I think he's made like $54,000 in like 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, Ollie, it's been like that every day. Oh, nice, Zaid. GG's for Zaid in the chat. Nice. Your very first eval pass? That's great. That's great. There's a lot of us here who wish we would have started trading when we were a lot younger than what we are. Ollie's still really young too. Nothing like passing that first eval though. You remember that feeling? Oh man. Very nice, Zaid. Yeah, GG's in the chat for Zaid. Enjoy it. Take your funded account slow. Take it slow, size down. Make that funded account last. I realize how the lure of trading minis could get you locked in, making those big gains really quick. Just be smart about it. Hold on to that account as long as you can. Yeah, Callan, that's about right. Looks like we got about 120 people in here now. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you. Those that are new here, like I said, if you want to support the channel, if you like what I do, if you like what you see, consider hitting that subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up button for me if you could. If you have not yet, man, we've got almost 110 thumbs up on the stream. Thank you, guys. You're the reason that all this is happening right now, the growth. I can't thank you enough. Hey, Smokey, killing it. I don't know how you did it tonight. 4,500 for the night? Yeah, I don't know how you did it tonight. Smokey, did you just put on a lot of size? Or did you catch the opening pump? Oh, thanks, Bruce Lee. I appreciate you. What's up, Diva? Diva, we are trading futures. Index futures is what I trade mainly. 3 minis? Okay, so you had a little bit of size on. I gotcha. Nice. Nice. Yeah, guys, Smokey's a really good trader as well, by the way. Extremely good chart reader, extremely good analyst. We're all kind of different traders. We all have different styles, but real recognizes real. So GG, Smokey. Yeah, good trader, really good trader. A lot of good traders have joined the Discord. It's what I don't know. Would you guys agree it's probably one of the better free Discords out there in the trading world, in the trading space? I kind of think it is. You're getting so much value with no charge. So much value there. So you newer traders that are seeing me for the first time, I do have a free Discord. Feel free to join. Link in the description down below the video, or you can type !Discord in the chat. There will be a link provided there. Lots of good traders in there. We don't charge you for anything. Ask questions there. People are usually more than willing to help where they can if they know the answers. And just soak in as much as you can. Just soak up as much information as you possibly can. If they don't know the answers, they will more than likely be able to guide you in the right direction as far as a Google or YouTube search is concerned to figure out the answers that you're looking for. Yeah, R-Dub. Yeah, Goose's Discord as well. Goose's Discord is amazing. Tons of great educational content on his Discord. We're kind of, Level Up's kind of the little brother to Goose's Discord. You know, we're kind of intertwined almost. But yeah, it's because we all came from the same community. We've all known each other for a while, years now. But yeah, Goose is an amazing dude. Banana Bread Trades, if you don't know who we're talking about. He's got a YouTube channel as well. Lots of good educational content on his YouTube channel. Feel free to check him out. He might be on stream Wednesday evening with me. If he's not golfing, he says. So you might want to tune in Wednesday night. You'll learn a lot. You'll get to see me hang out with a good friend and talk trading. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Just a minute. All right, sorry about that. you lurked in Level Up. You lurk in Level Up. Yeah, RW, I see you post from time to time. I look at all your journal entries for sure. I check you out in Goose's Discord as well. I lurk in Goose's Discord for the most part. Just because I'm so busy, right? I would be more active in Goose's Discord as well, but like I'm not gonna lie, R-Dub, I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm so busy these last few days with the acceleration of the channel and everything, and trying to get everything in order, business back end wise, that like it's been exhausting, guys. I was not prepared for the rapid growth. Just wasn't prepared for it at all. I didn't anticipate what has happening. I mean, we're coming up on 900 views on this stream right now again. Like, channels my size do not see the engagement with their live streams. Like, I'm getting as many views as guys that, like I said, that have like 200,000 subscribers. You know? I'm getting as many views, as much activity as their chats do. It's crazy. You guys are amazing. I can't, like I said, I can't thank you enough. You guys make this stream what it is. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. When's the merch come out? R-Dub says. Merch is expensive, bro. I looked into it. Do you realize that to do like even like 50 hoodies, right? Which hoodies are a pricier thing, granted. But even to do like, say I was to do hats, right? Logoed hats or something like that. It's probably gonna cost me like $2,000 to $4,000 up front just to have those mass produced enough for people to have, and I don't even know if they'd sell out. So I might take an L on the first merch drop. Oh, it's crazy. I didn't think it was that much, but it is that much if you want quality product, right? Hey, Ronaldo. Yeah, brother. I've been around. Yeah, I think the good gains people are slowly hearing that I'm around. It's starting to, people are starting to find me. But Ronaldo, I wanted to respect what Matt and Gary have going over there, so I just kind of didn't go over there and do any kind of like self-promoting at all. You know, I respect those guys on a very high level. I think the world of them. I would never step on toes. Hey, thanks for the sub, Ronaldo. I appreciate you. Anybody that asks, you're more than welcome to guide them over in this direction, for sure. But yeah, as the good gains people slowly hear about it, because I've even asked guys like Palmetto and guys that were in the good gains to not say anything over there, you know, about what's going on. Matt knows what's going on. Well, at least he did know. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he knew what was going on, kind of. Yeah, Ollie, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy what's happened. Ollie, you remember when we were like RTH streams? I don't know, 4 months ago, when we were having 15 people in there. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. There was a point, guys, where I was about to quit. It just wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the stress. Trading on stream is very difficult. Very, very difficult. Exponentially more difficult than trading by yourself in a room, staring at a chart. But the move to Globex has been nice. A, because I'm big enough to do RTH again. Eventually we will probably try out RTH again. I don't know if I'm going to do RTH opens. Initially, it'll probably be more like afternoon power hour type streams. Just because people watch the big streamers during that time. And I don't think the viewership would be there enough to warrant like giving up my quality, hey, I need to focus up and make my money time, which is RTH open is when I make the majority of my money. Like I said, this morning I traded for less than 45 minutes, had 2 trades and made 2.4K and was done for the day. So like, that's really when I make my money. Yeah, Bailey, I get that too. But they like it has to be worth it for me to give up on the money that I do make, kind of, because I'll be 100% honest with you right now. Trading while streaming is very, very difficult. You have everybody giving you signals. You have all this extra noise going on. You're trying to engage with the chat. You're trying to produce good content. It's very difficult to do. So to all those people that do stream and trade, kudos and big props. I have a whole new respect for those people that do it, and do it well. Exactly, Ollie. Yeah, trading's hard enough. Now you add all this extra noise into it, and it becomes very, very difficult. And I feel like I'm a decent trader. Fletcher, let's go Wes, keep going strong. Oh man, Fletch, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to midnight tonight. The markets aren't doing enough for me currently to last another 2 hours probably. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Fletcher, Ronaldo just came over from Good Gains and found me for the first time. Ronaldo, you will notice a lot of the names in the chat are people from there as well. Ronaldo, we do have a free Discord. If you want to join, feel free to join. It's called Level Up. Link in the description down below the video, or !! Discord in the chat. That's where we all hang out for most of the trading session. Yeah, Kickster, it's exponentially more difficult to stream and trade at the same time. It really is. I underestimated it when I started doing it, but it really is. It really is. Especially if you are one of those smaller streamers that's doing it while you're trading, right? Because your chat's not active. You have these lulls of silence that are going on where you're like, okay, I sort of need to do something here. And so you just place a trade to place a trade. Hey, thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you. All those who are purchasing channel memberships right now, definitely link your YouTube accounts to your Discord profiles and join the Level Up Discord. You will have access to my pre-market trading plans after you do that. And thank you for supporting the channel. I can't thank you guys enough. Like I said, it's been unbelievable growth that we've seen over the last month or so. Really unheard of kind of growth. It's been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, Ollie, I can, not currently, but I can see, I could tell you, I can see how many members we have. It's probably over 20. I think over 20 people have purchased channel memberships. Yeah, Brady, it doesn't show, for some reason it doesn't show up on YouTube mobile. I want to say you do have to be on desktop in order to do it. The button, the actual physical button doesn't show up on mobile. Fletcher, who's Brian in the chat? Which chat? In trading chat? Or in the chat here? Brian Trades? Is that who you're talking about, Fletch? Oh, nice, Brady. Cheers. Yeah. If you're on desktop, there should be a button underneath each video that says either join as member or I don't know what the button actually physically says, but there will be a button there. You'll recognize it. Fletcher, are you talking about Brian Trades? Can I trade with dialogue and post a video of RTH open? Oh, you mean like record my RTH trading is what you're talking about, someone? No, Fletcher, he's not. Brian Trades is a member of both Level Up Discord and Goose's Discord. He comes from Goose's Discord. He's a 22-year veteran trader, one of the best traders I know. He's more of a scalper, size, but makes a lot of money, trades really well. He's good, really, really good. He's one of Goose's best friends. No, Ollie, it's not. I don't feel nerves at all. Like I said, guys, I hardly even noticed the camera there. No, not Brian Stonks. Not Brian Stonks. Entirely different person. But Ollie, no, it's not. Look, you can see what happens in the chat. There's no nerves on my end. I don't feel nerves anymore. I hardly even noticed the camera there. What a fake out of those overnight high run. We're coming back into that 220 area. We're back below point of control. Man, what is... This might be the sell-off, guys. I'm not sure that I like it 100%. But yeah, Ollie, no, I don't feel nervous at all. It's not nerve-wracking at all. Oh no, yo Jim, really? Regardless of ceasefire? I mean, that's an awful lot of aggressive selling. So this is a news sell-off? Can someone yeah, alert without confirmation? Okay. Let me know if you guys get confirmation. Your charts are frozen, Armando? Rocket from Iran. Okay. Guys, we just went over 1,000 views again. Unbelievable, guys. Yeah, Armando, make sure you're on the correct contract. Ollie, you think realistic target for end of December is 4 to 5K subs? I don't know, guys. We had this discussion last stream. Nice, Casper. You're at MNQ. Okay, you're on the correct contract then. I don't know why it would freeze on you, though. Unless it was just the news rush. What platform are you trading on, Armando? Are you on, like, Ninja Trader, or what are you on? Wealth charts? Oh, Armando. Yeah, so that's Apex's, I believe, from what I recall. Ninja Trader is glitching too. Wealth charts is not. If I can recommend anything to you, it's going to be to get on a better platform. I realize that you signed up for an account probably with Apex. But if you purchase another one, don't use wealth charts. It is not. Daniel 1.18K. Oh, are you talking about my subscriber count? Or you're up 1.18K? Oh, you're talking about my subscriber growth on the channel? Yeah, Armando, pick a different trading platform. Wealth charts is not ideal. Not ideal. It's going to glitch on you a lot. They kind of rolled that out because Top Step had Top Step X, so they were trying to compete. Oh, you're up 1.3K? Yeah, like I said, guys, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing. Those people who have known me for a long time, I'm doing nothing different than I did when I started. Right? For those of you that are just finding me for the first time, this is how I talk in real life. There's no act going on here. This is I'm being me. I'm just chilling and hanging out, just like I would in the voice chat. Living the grumpy. Yeah, guys, if you have wealth charts, I highly recommend not using wealth charts. And even like Top Step X, I don't recommend using Top Step X. There are better trading platforms out there that are free that you can trade on. Yeah, Ollie, it has been a grind, hasn't it? Right? It's been almost a year. Like Mason and I's original goal was to get to 1,000 subs within the first year, right? Which was kind of unrealistic that we thought, but it was ambitious. So we were working very hard to get there. And then we got there in what, 10 and a half months, 10 months? And now we don't know what the expectation is. My channel's literally doubled in size in the last 3 weeks. Last 28 days, we've doubled the subscriber count. Oh no, are you kidding me? They announce a ceasefire, and then they start throwing missiles around again. Yeah, Ollie, that's I think that's the reason why I'm so shocked about it, right? Because it doesn't happen that way, right? Like for most people, it doesn't happen. You know, the 0.001% that have that one viral video that pops off that just accelerates their channel, A, generally doesn't happen in the first 2 years that you start a YouTube channel, but B, it might not happen at all, right? Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked by these news chat posts. But yeah, Ollie, it like might not happen at all. Like a lot of people just give up. Like I said, we knew nothing about editing. We knew nothing about social media. We don't know. We still don't know what we're doing, right? Hey, thanks for the sub, Jordan. I appreciate you. If you're new here and finding me for the first time, my name is Wes. If I popped into your recommended feed, I'm not quite sure why. I'm a full-time futures trader. Been doing it for 4 years. If you want to support my YouTube channel, click that subscribe button for me if you could. Also, smash that thumbs up button. Yeah, Ollie, Discord's growing as well. It really has. In fact, when I woke up this morning, there was a raid alert on my end for our Discord because it was unsuspicious join activity. They thought we were getting infiltrated by the bots. Even though, have you noticed, Ollie, that there's been a substantial amount of bots joining as well? I don't know how to eliminate that. Yeah, yo, Jim, I want to say it was the war night, the first really big night. But really it's been since the Globex move, right? Like even prior to that, yo, Jim, we were still getting like 600 to 700 viewers and a consistent, I don't know, 10 to 15 subs a night, somewhere around in there. On really good nights, we would get 20 new subs. But yes, that night we had, it was like triple the amount of views that we typically get and triple the amount of subscribers that we normally get. And then last night it was, we set another new record last night. So I think people that are tuning in for the first time are just being like, hey, this is a lot different than what we're used to. This is kind of nice. I can trade with this guy. And because, well, I'm relatable, you know. I'm one of you guys. I'm an average dude. I'm a profitable trader, right? Like this is how I make my living. But I'm not gonna sit here and pump huge account numbers in your face. I'm not gonna sell you anything, and I'm gonna try to help you out as much as I can. Yeah, yo, Jim. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, right? I'm just being me. We're in a very slimy, scummy niche and myself and the people around me realized that, and we realized the need for something different, right? Nice, R-Dub. Yeah. I appreciate you, brother. But yeah, all of us realize the need for something different. And if I fill that spot in traders' lives, great. So be it, you know. I just like seeing people succeed. And if I can help in any way, that makes me feel good. Trading is very, very hard, and I know the struggles that I had as a beginning trader, and I don't want it to be. I want to make it a little bit easier on the next person. That's it. Yeah, Mr. Beg. That's exactly what I mean. It's there. It's not about even so much about trading. It's at some points, right? It's about the flex and the drama. It's about, hey, how big of number can I put up? And whose feathers can I ruffle out there? You know, to create a buzz, to create talk on X or Twitter. That's why I like Trades by Matt so much, because he wasn't that, right? He wasn't that. Yeah, there's just no space in my life for that kind of stuff. I prefer to live a drama-free life. You know, like I'm not looking to go after anybody or anybody to come after me. Even if they do come after me at some point, I'm not going to give it any attention. I know the game, you know, like life is way too short to be dealing with that kind of nonsense, Bailey, right? Way too short to be dealing with that kind of nonsense. I just don't have room for that in my life. Yeah, Frank, the Globex session is kind of tonight. Like I said, if you weren't here at the Globex Open, you missed it. Like, you missed the move. It is what it is. I'm still having a good time chatting with you guys, regardless of whether I'm making money or not. I mean, we're kind of just hanging out at point of control now at this point. There will be a move eventually. Yeah, Daniel, you're right there. You are right there. Yeah, like I said, I just don't have room for that in my life. Nor do I care. I just don't care. That's why I don't watch a lot of trading streamers. I just don't watch them. It's just noise. Because you can't trade like that yourself. You don't have what percentage of my capital is for day trading versus long term. My long term is probably 75%. Day trading is probably 25%. It might be a little bit more than that, actually, now that I think about it. It's probably more like 60-40, Frank. So like 60 long term, 40 day trading. Feast. Yeah, Romeo ceasefire lasted 15 minutes. Yeah, that lasted a long time, didn't it? Didn't it, guys? Yeah. I mean, Ollie, it's, hey, let me flex as much as I can. Come look at my boat. Come look at my Lambo. Come look at my big house. Come look at my girls. Look at everything I have. Try to be me. Oh, yeah. And give me your money along the way as well. No. What's up, Spider Lily? How are you? Kind of a boring night in the markets, if you're just tuning in. You had a good pump off the open, and then not a whole lot has happened since. You're just now leaving, Fletch? Oh no. You joined at the wrong time. What am I saying? Yeah, we've kind of just been range in a 20 to 30 point range for hours now. You had one peak, one look above, but it got smacked back in. Take you on a tour of the house. Yeah. Yeah, Wix, like there hasn't been a whole lot of opportunity. At least I haven't found a whole lot of opportunity. There's been some people that have made some money tonight. I want to say Smokey earlier, he made like 4K. But he was trading size. Yeah, the dump here, well, it was kind of unexpected. Like I didn't know what was going on, Wix, when we did have the move, because it was looking really strong until that news headline came out, and then it sold off immediately. So we didn't really know what was going on until after it happened. Botchka, if you're trading a funded TradeAvate account through TradingView, do you still need to buy live CME data? Once you have CME data, you should be good. Doesn't matter who the provider is. You just do your charting on one and do your execution on the other if you don't have CME data on one of them. Lefo, yeah. So like, here's the thing, guys. Like, this is my belief, and it's just my opinion, right? You buy the rumor, sell the news, is how the saying goes, and there's some validity to that. Institutions like big money have targets in mind that they're already targeting months in advance, right? Each contract they have targets that they're trying to hit at a certain point in time throughout that contract trade. You can clearly see on the DOM right now, there is interest higher on the Nasdaq. So at some point, I don't know when that's going to be, but we are going to trade all-time highs. It's going to happen, and it's probably going to happen sooner rather than later because we're so close right now. Frank, it's $44 per month for CME on TradingView. You can get it far cheaper than that. You can get it far cheaper than that. For sure. Like, if you're executing on TradeAvate and you have a prop account, I want to say level 2 through Top Step is still fairly expensive. I want to say it's like $39 a month, I think somebody said. But you can get it for as cheap as, what, $12 a month through the CME itself? Oh, $7.99 for CME on TradingView. Okay. Yeah, that's cheap. Yeah, you can get it for far cheaper than that. All right, Ollie. Get some rest, brother. Sleep off that sleep off that drunkenness. Water, Ollie. Lots of water. Yeah, Take Profit Trader, they do give you free level 2 once funded. Or do they give it to you with the eval as well, Khaled? I can't remember. I want to say it's their funded accounts that they give you free level 2 with. With the evals too? Nice. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Wow, we still got well over 100 people in here. The stream's got over 1,100 views tonight. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Like I said, it's been unreal. If you're new here and want to support the channel, click that subscribe button for me. Man, are we going to hit 1.2K tonight on the sub count? I don't even know what we're at. Someone tell me what we're at on the sub count. We were at like 1,150 to start the stream, somewhere around there, I want to say. We're at 1.18. 112 people watching. Let's get us to 1.2 by the end of tonight. So we need what? I don't even know how many more. Here, let me go on my can I do a short high level overview of my levels, roughly time frames? 1.18. You're going to bed, Daniel? All right, have a good night. Let's see here. Let's go to YouTube Studio. Give me a second here, guys, and I'll give you a live up-to-date. We're at 1,189 subscribers. We are 11 subs away from 1.2K. Unbelievable. Another 40 subs tonight, guys. I don't know what's going on. All right, so let me get back on the charts here. Can I do a short high-level overview of my levels, rough time frames? All right, so let me do this. Let me go to this 4-hour. Let me go to the... Actually, let's do this. Let's go to the 5-minute and change this time frame real quick, because these levels will show up for you. Weeble and Apex are merging? Kickster? You're kidding me, right? All right. This is kind of going to be a little bit messy because it's a range, but it'll give you a rough idea about kind of what I look for here. Let me, all right. So in general, briefly, this is kind of what I do, Wix. I look for a lot of tests at a certain level, right? So you can tell there's multiple. Let me get rid of this. I didn't mean to actually draw that line. I'm sorry. Still getting used to this epic pen as well, but I will get better with this, I promise. Let me change the size of this thing here. All right. So basically what I do is I look for a lot of tests at a certain level, right? So we tested from the bottom right here once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. So we know that that is like on a higher time frame area, this is going to be an important level. That's how I knew that the 650 to 670 area was going to be key at one point earlier last week, right? Like that was one of my key levels on one of the days. When you see this many tests of an area, you want to take note of it, right? Same thing with up higher. You've got one test. Granted, you had a breakthrough, but it sold right back off through it. 2 tests, 3 tests, 4 tests, 5 tests, 6 tests. You know that these areas are extremely important, so you mark them on your charts. And then as you go down in time, you just kind of fine tune and tweak them. You find where the wicks are testing a lot, where price is tested a bunch. And simplified, that's kind of how I look at things, right? I'm looking for as much test as possible. Now, where it becomes exponentially more difficult to choose levels is when we're trading at all-time highs, at prices that have not been traded yet, that prices that have not had volume put in. So major swing highs, major swing lows in the market is what you're looking for. And seeing how many times those areas have been tested prior. Unfortunately, we're coming up on all-time highs, so it's going to become a little more difficult. But in general, that's kind of what I do. I'll put out a strategy video. That'll be the best thing for me to do for you guys, I think, rather than doing it on a live stream, because it's going to take me, 30 minutes to kind of summarize everything that goes into me picking a level. Because obviously this is just one time frame. It's just the hourly. But you can kind of get an idea about where I'm looking, where I'm picking the major levels at. It's fairly obvious. It's fairly obvious where price is trying to hold, where price is trying to break through, where price is trying to reject. But in general, that's what I do. Does that make sense? 2 more missiles confirmed? Geez, ceasefire didn't last very long at all, did it? Yeah, Wix. So you want to use all those higher time frames, right? Like this is just an hourly chart. You still want to use those, but as you go down in time, you want to fine tune those levels. So you want to do the minor tweaking as you go down. But you'll have an idea about where it is roughly by the 4-hour time frame. The 1 hour and 15 minute are where you find kind of your intermediate moves. Because 4 of these candles equals a 4-hour candle, right? So this whole move here went through 4 levels. Cherokee. Break of structure. So break of structure is just like, okay, you have a continuing trend. Let me go back to a 5-minute. It'd probably be easier on a lower time frame to do this. Higher time frame break of structures aren't great. My charts are frozen now, guys. I believe. Let me check. Let's see here. Are we frozen? No, we're not. Okay, good. So, break of structure. On this move, so generally it involves a trend line, right? You have a trend line that has 2 points of touch so far. For me, the break of structure wouldn't be until the clearing of this wick, but that would indicate that the uptrend is over for me. In simplest terms, Cherokee. Why do they start wars like a side quest before the retirement home? Yes. Yeah, we're about to have a break of structure right now. So, when in a trend, the point at which the trend line, the bottom trend line or top or downward trend line breaks is considered a break of structure. Ivan, Bookmap is good. However, it depends on what trading platform you're on. Like, Quantower has its free version included with the download of the platform. It does require level 2 in order to see it, but it's called DOM Surface. I want to say Sierra Chart has its own version as well, but they're all the same thing. But you don't have to purchase Bookmap, right? Like, if you have the right trading platform, it's usually included with your trading platform. So you don't have to buy Bookmap. But Bookmap is nice. If your platform doesn't provide it. Wow, guys, are we going to hit 1.2K? Holy cow, I just looked and we're at, like, I think we're over 1.9 now. This is unbelievable. Let's see. Let's see what we're at exactly at this point. We're 9 away. 9 subs away from 1.2. Wow, wow, wow. Like I said, thanks for all the love and support. Thanks for hanging out with me every night for these Globex sessions. Sometimes they get sleepy. Sometimes the market doesn't move. We're going to have many nights like this where I'm probably going to need to do more educational type streaming than I'm going to be doing trading, actively trading. So hopefully, email was so long. Is this for real? Are you guys for real in the chat? Oh, the difference between break of structure versus change of character? Yeah. Wix, I'll do that at a certain point. I'm starting to fade and fade fast, unfortunately. Last night was a 4-hour stream. This one's been a 3-hour stream. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to do from here on out. I think what I should do, if it's slow and we're not able to catch any kind of good movement, I think we need to do more like lessons, like educational type stuff, right? I want you all to find the stream valuable. It doesn't need to be a hangout session. I mean, we are kind of just hanging out, but I think I'll be able to simplify some of the terminology for you new people a lot more than most will be able to. Yeah, I think that will give you the most insight, most value. Oh, Ivan, it's called Level Up. There's a link in the description down below the video, or you can type !Discord in the YouTube chat, and a link will pop up there as well. Yeah, guys, if you're new here, feel free to join that Discord. There's tons of good traders, lots of value there. Most of them hang out all day, every day in there and talk trading. Explain what they're seeing in the markets. They'll post their trades. I need coffee with L-theanine. Yeah, Ken, I need something. It's just been a long... Because, guys, I wake up at 6:30 in the morning, right? I wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I work out for an hour. I get a little food in my stomach. Get a little caffeine in me. Get down at the charts. Do my pre-market for an hour. Post my pre-market. And then I try to focus up for the morning session to trade and make my money, right? And then in the afternoon is when I'm answering messages and dealing with the YouTube side of things at this point. And then I go eat dinner and I come back and I hop in front of the camera for 3-4 hours. And then I go to sleep and I do it all over again. It's just, the grind is real right now. I promise I won't always be this tired. I will catch up on sleep here. But we're looking at Fletch right now. We're looking at 4 hours. 4 hours average night sleep. Yeah, it's a grind, man. It's a grind. That's why it feels the way it does when I'm kind of tripping out about the sub count and stuff like that. It's because there's so much work that's gone into this. Like it's gratifying, but still unbelievable because it just doesn't happen to just everybody. Take CS to Spain style. Yeah, I don't know. Like my body is going to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning no matter what because I've been doing it for years. It doesn't matter what time I go to sleep. Have I ever started or managed a business before? Not my own personal. Like this is definitely the first like personal business, quote unquote business venture that I've started. But man, man, you want to talk about a grind. Like learning how to edit, right? I never knew how to edit any videos. Getting comfortable with streaming and trading, right? Never had a baby, yo, Jim. No kids. It's, yeah, just the 4 hours of sleep is starting to catch up to me. This has been, like I said, 11 months. 11 months of grinding. 11 months of grinding. We'll get there. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna hang out till midnight this evening. We have had 1.3K views almost tonight, so once again, another great live stream, guys. I can't thank you enough. We will work on, because we're going to be doing Globex sessions. If the market's not moving around during Globex, I think that's a good time for you guys to ask questions and me to do more like educational lesson type content rather than just, you know, what am I seeing right now kind of questions. Go back on the charts, maybe pull up some trades that I took during RTH and discuss what I was thinking and feeling and seeing in those moments. And I think that would be the best way that I can help newer traders right now to understand why I trade the way that I trade, first and foremost. Secondly, if my style will suit their personality and what they want to do and meet their goals as far as trading is concerned. Hey, thanks for the sub, Savvy. But I think that's going to be the best thing that I can do for newer traders. I don't just want to sit here and go, oh my God, I don't want to sit here and trip out every night about the subscriber count going up, or eventually it's got to become the normal, right? I need to expect streams like this every night. It's still really new, but I need to get used to it, I guess. We'll get there, I promise. They already testing that break, really? Ramon. Yeah. But thanks again for tuning in, guys. I'm probably gonna wrap it up there this evening. I've hit a wall mentally, at least for tonight. I will be back tomorrow night for another Globex session. Hopefully we get a little more action than what we saw after me going live this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. All you people that are new here, I appreciate your love and support. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. I can't thank you enough. If you want to join the free Discord, link in the description down below the video. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Trade safe, stay patient. I'll see you tomorrow evening. Peace.